Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing the BZ-75, the Tier 10 Chinese Tech Tree Heavy Tank, which is obviously not available in World of Tanks Blitz, as this is a replay from World of Tanks PC. I don't normally play World of Tanks PC because I don't find it nearly as fun or as engaging as a Blitz battle. You have to be incredibly patient, and if you're not, you will very, very quickly be punished. However, it is currently about 2 o'clock at the time of recording today's video, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have not slept yet. I have probably been up for about 20 hours now at this point, so because of that, I'm actually in a more calm mood than I normally am, and I take a little bit more time to think about my decisions. Because of that, I play World of Tanks better, oddly enough, when I'm sleep deprived, and I play Blitz worse when I'm sleep deprived. So it's kind of back and forth. Now I'm platooning with Space Butt, and Space is obviously the reason why we're playing World of Tanks. He's only on like once a month, so when he is on, I try to make the best of the time I can with him, so we tried to have some fun in World of Tanks. Now the BZ-75 is a super cool Chinese heavy. Honestly, I think it would be awesome to have this vehicle released into World of Tanks Blitz. Maybe not with the rocket boosting mechanic that it features. I mean, it would be cool to have the rocket boosting mechanic, but at the same time, the maps are so small and the mechanic is more of a gimmick than actually something that helps you. But overall, the tank is pretty cool. The major thing that I think is very nice is the alpha damage. This vehicle features 650 damage per shot with 258 millimeters of standard pen, and obviously premium alpha stays the same at 650 with 320 mils of pen. So we're gonna aim it on the Chieftain, and wow, that was lucky. We aimed it on the Chieftain's hatch with a heat shell, and we were able to overmatch the roof of his tank due to us carrying a 150 millimeter. And just like that, not a bad start to this game. 590 damage dealt. Alright, well, if that's anything to entail, this is going to be a pretty good game. So what do we have up against us? Well, we already know we got a Super Conch. We got two T-57 heavies in platoon, a UDES 1516, which is a Swedish hull down medium tank, a YAG Object 268 version 4, Bosch Station 155, BZ. I mean, they got a lot of deadly tanks. Thankfully, one of their artillery is already dead. It's pretty impressive to see an artillery die that early on, especially because all you literally got to do is camp, but that's completely fine with me. We're going to aim in on the Super Conch. Unfortunately, I just can't get that shell into his lower plate, but that's fine. Space is going to aim it on the enemy YAG and take a pretty solid about 900 health off, because on World of Tanks PC, the VZ-55 is actually a double shot tank. I'm going to make my way over to the YAG. I've got a heat shell loaded, so there's no way this is bouncing, and oh yeah, 745 damage roll into that YAG, just like that. 2 shots, we've dealt 1700 damage. Space is once again going to poke, but ooh, that YAG went right through his armor, didn't care about him, and yeah, that hurt quite a bit. We're going to aim it on the enemy Super Conch. I'm aiming on the lower plate, and wow, I got absolutely ripped off. I cannot believe that shell did not hit that Super Conch in the lower plate. And then the 57 just nukes me in the turret. Bruh, what is my luck here? Well, it's not great luck, but that's fine. We're going to reload, and we're going to figure out what we want to do. So we can see the 57 in the back. We know the Super Conch's, well, he's kind of backing up here. He's playing a little bit poor of a decision. So, what do I want to do? Well, we got the Super Conch still backing up. I'm a little confused on why the Super Conch wants to fight me. I'm going to load an AP shell, because I know at this point that it's actually more beneficial to not shoot heat at the Super Conch due to the fact that the lower plate is always a pen, and the upper plate with heat is always going to be a bounce. So I might as well just shoot AP. There you go. We saved a bit of credits, and we're able to pen the Super Conch, and uh-oh, the enemy BZ is in the water. Very interesting to watch this maneuver here, but I'll take advantage of it. We get a nice 630 damage shot into that BZ, up to 2600, and the guy drowns. I really don't know what to say. I have no clue what that player thought he was going to accomplish, but he's dead, so that's fine with me. Okay, well, I'm going to try and poke off towards this side of the hill. Maybe we can get a little bit of damage out. I guess we're going to find out. I'm going to poke off to the side. Hello, we got the T-57 Heavy in the back. Well, I don't have heat shells loaded, which is kind of unfortunate. If I did, we probably would have been able to penetrate that, but that's fine. We got the Yo off to the side, and that was just a bad shot for me, I'll be real. But you know what, that's fine. We get a bit of retribution by the Waffenträger bouncing us. So, as of right now, we're doing okay. We've assisted 1,500 damage by keeping the enemy spotted and letting our artillery shoot them and other tank destroyers. And while that's going on, Space I and the T-95 are single-handedly holding off a very solid chunk of the enemy team. The enemy T-57 Heavy gets a shell into me, but the great thing about having alpha damage is that I can very easily outtrade this T-57 Heavy. He deals 400, I deal 750 back. That is almost a 2-to-1 trade, and it put us over the 3,000 damage mark. But once again, I'm just going to poke this T-57 Heavy. I'm going to aim it on the turret cheeks, and boom. Look at that. He rolls me pretty high, 450, but again, does not matter. We get another pen into that T-57 Heavy, and just like that, in 2 shots, we've been able to take off 1,400 hit points that player does feature. Alright, well, this game's looking pretty good so far. We've done some pretty solid damage. Alright, well, let's see if we can keep getting more out. We've now assisted 2,700 due to, once again, artillery just absolutely pummeling the enemy. It must be incredibly agitating to be in an artillery at this moment. Or not an artillery, to be in the enemy lineup. Sorry, I'm on very little sleep, so, again, if I stumble my words here and there, that is why. But the Yo pokes me, and, well, I'm not really sure why that Yo did. Thank you very much. I will take that big old chunk of hit points, and just like that, we've now assisted over 3,000 damage and dealt 4,600. We have now combined dealt almost 8,000 damage, which is pretty dang ridiculous when you think about it, but we're not done yet. We're going to keep on going here. So the enemy team still has a decent chunk of hit points. It's actually very close. We can see it's 10,000 HP to 10,000. Now, that's not fully the case because of the fact that we can't spot the other side of the map, so I'm not exactly sure what every spot's hit point is, but once again, we get another clear with our artillery, and this T-57 Heavy is going to YOLO right over the ridge, and oh, yeah, not really sure if that was the right decision there, 57. I take the first shell, Space Butt finishes off that T-57 Heavy, and yeah, that one just drives over the ridge and dies. So just like that, the enemy team got absolutely punished, and yeah, pooped on for driving over the ridge. Autoloaders trying even on World of Tanks PC to play like 40%ers. But, as you can see, they got punished. They did nothing. And just like that, I'm up to 5,300 damage. I'm going to use the rocket boost on this vehicle to make sure I don't slip and fall into the water. And just like that, we're making our way across. Now, I was expecting this M5, or actually the M6 Yo. I'm so used to calling it the M5 Yo in Blitz because obviously it is the tier 9 that is the M5 Yo, but on World of Tanks PC they're actually swapped. But the player tries leaving. Unfortunately for him, it does not matter. We have a heat shell loaded, we slam it right into the side of his vehicle. Just like that, we're up to 5,700 damage, and we've dealt 3,600. Now Space, yeah, Space drowns. He unfortunately succumbs to an untimely demise as he does slide off the hill. As I said, I use the rocket boost there just to make sure I don't die, but that's a bit unfortunate. So at this point, we're not doing too bad. We've assisted 3,600 as well. We got the waffle spotted off to the side. Aiming. Oh yeah, look at that. 770 damage slap into that waffle. Sometimes you just gotta risk it for the biscuit, and we risked it there. So I'll take it. We're up to 6,500. And, well, there's still more hit points left. I was hoping we could shoot that waffle again, but, well, he just kind of killed himself. So, I guess we're not getting any damage to that waffle. We got shot by the boss Chatillon, and that's kind of annoying. I hate being stunned by arties. It not only nukes your top speed, but it's just annoying in general. But, let's see. So, the Bat Chat's in the back. That player's a lot further back than you'd think. You don't realize just how far back the spawn goes in this map, but yeah, that's a solid 300, 200 meters away, so I'm not going to bother with that. But we do see the enemy Waffenträger Panzer IV, so I'm going to back up, aiming, Waffle backs up, allows me to get a very clear cut and dry shot into his tank. Now we are over 7,000 damage. Just like that, we have dealt 7,000. I mean, this is an absolutely crazy game. I really have to say this is one of the best games I've played in a while in World of Tanks PC. 4,200 assisted, 7,000 dealt. That is a ridiculous amount of combined damage, 11,000 combined. So obviously we pulled out an ace for this game, and overall just an absolutely crazy battle. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I just thought this would be something interesting and unique to post on the channel, rather than the normal Blitz content. Obviously, if you'd like to see more like this, let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.